why do I think that search engine optimization is a core strategy that most people should use? Well, I've got a crowd here, and they're all sticking their hand up. Whenever you stick a banner, on a billboard, you advertise on TV, you put a radio advert on, you put an advert in a magazine, you're doing what they call interrupt marketing. And it wasn't me coined that, it was somebody much cleverer than me did that. So you're trying to interrupt people in their daily activity, whether they're watching Coronation Street, whether they're listening to the Archers, whether they're driving their car up and down the road. You're trying to interrupt them and catch their attention. Search engine optimization, you're not interrupting them at all. Whenever they go to that Google box and they type in, blue widgets or pink widgets or accountant Belfast or jewelers Belfast, whatever it might be, at that point, you're doing them a favor. If your website can come up to the top of the rankings and provide them with what they're actually searching for, then there's no sort of extra conversion that you're having to do there. They've already convinced themselves you're actually just satisfying their need. And because of that, the conversion rates from people who click through your listing at the top of Google coming to your website are much, much higher than you'll ever get using any other form of advertising or marketing. And that's just the bottom line. So search engine optimization is probably the holy grail of internet marketing. If you can get a top ranking for keywords, obviously, that are suitable for your business, then absolutely you will make money. And I absolutely guarantee that. Whether it's a service business, whether you're selling product, whatever it might be, search engine optimization is by far the best thing, because people are sticking up their hand and saying, yes, I want your products, I want your services. Okay. This is the new Google search engine results page. About, I've lost a little bit of track of time, but 4 to 6 weeks ago, Google actually changed the look of their results page. And what actually happened is down the left-hand side, they've added in a new bunch of features. And I just want to explain, because I don't know if everybody's aware of just exactly what happens on and what's available on a Google search engine results page. The first one we've got at the very top here, I typed in the search phrase Barack Obama. Fairly topical. He's always up to something, and obviously the Gulf oil thing going on at the moment means he's still very much in the news. The first set of results here I've got are news results. So these results are actually being fed from news sources. And the first one is the Associated Press, the second one is the Telegraph, and the third one is the Mirror. So Google's actually obviously spidering all of these news sites and looking for content, and those are the first batch of results that I'm being shown, the news results. The second batch of results here it says latest results for Barack Obama. This is Google's live search, and Google is now spidering Twitter. And these results all come from Twitter. So people are tweeting about Barack Obama. Google's picking up those results, and literally, those results are like minutes ago. That's how often Google is picking up all this information and feeding it through. So there's another opportunity to get your website onto Google, not necessarily through normal means, is through Twitter. And Facebook and MySpace are coming later on this year. Google are going to start spidering those platforms and start pulling information through from there and they'll be displayed using this Google Live search. So that's another batch of results we have. Then we come on to what we call the organic search. This is what search engine optimization is all about, is getting to the top of the organic or natural listings. And this is where most people will click, although it's becoming, with the latest layouts and Google News and Google Live and all the rest of it, we're looking to see just exactly what actually happens to people when they click through. Do they trust the news results? Do they trust those live results, or are they still going to drive down to the organic listings? Up until very recently, 75% of people would have just gone straight to the organic listings. They don't look at anything above. They don't look at the paid results or anything else that's going on. They would have gone straight to the natural results and say we're still waiting to see what happens as a result of these changes. So there's 3 different sets of results. The fourth one are video results. So Google owns YouTube, or at least the majority shareholding in YouTube. And increasingly, Google is now pulling in video results into its main search engine's result page. So video is another method of actually getting onto Google. Now we've got over the right-hand side, we've got our paid advertising. So that's Google pay-per-click, Google AdWords. It goes under a number of different remits. But basically, you're paying to be there. And that was the example that Mike gave about Converse. That's how they were starting to engage with people, by getting adverts put up there. Sometimes you'll see adverts across the top, with a yellow background. You've no control over that. That's basically Google maximizing its revenue by pulling successful ads up to the top where they do get more clicks. And then finally, we've got this new results bar down the left-hand side, basically saying that you can click on the news and only get news results. You can click on videos, only get video results. Images, only get image results. And this was always there, excuse me, but it was up at the top. And people weren't engaging with it. So Google, let's say a few weeks ago, decided they would try and get more people to engage with different types of results. And they're now putting this in a much more prominent place down the left-hand side. And again, we're waiting to see exactly what happens in terms of statistics as to how many people are actually using these extra facilities and filtering results that way. So there's an awful lot going on in terms of Google search, and the one that's actually missing from that is Google's local search. So if you type in Belfast Jewelers, for example, then you get the map that comes up, and beside it you'll get a listing then of jewelers in the Belfast area, and it gives you wee pinpoints. I'm sure you've used that. And so that's another option in Google search. So there's a lot of different stuff going on there that you can actually tap into.